suddenly it's all gone a little bit different over in the Vanarama National League, as of course the sea has turned a blood red of Wales. That's right, Wrexham, aka Deadpool FC, lead the charge heading into the final week, but Stockport have a game in hand. What's going to happen? We'll take a look at it, all of it, next. That's right, folks, perhaps giving a prediction video today. We look forward to the final week, aka the final match day of the Vanarama National League, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button and keep banging today. All things National League related, Papa Rose related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one roof. That's right, of course, Deadpool FC, aka Wrexham, lead the charge. I think on goal difference, but they played one game more than Stockport. But Stockport have a really spicy end to the campaign, which of course could end up fruity for, of course, Mr. Reynolds and his brother and co. That's right, his partner, aka business buddy, Rob McCahenna. That's right, of course, they are leading the charge. Of course, could go back into the EFL with the first full season in charge, of course, over there. But we'll take a look at it, all of it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons, guys. That's right. Let's get into it then, shall we? Of course, those two sides, the top two, did meet this past weekend, and it was a bit of a golf fest for the red boys from Wales. So here comes those results for you. Here we are. Bromley picked up a 2-2 draw against Dover Athletic. Called Weymouth with a 2-1 loss to Barnet. Woking also lost to Eastleigh at home. Grimsby picking up a 3-1 loss as well to Maidenhead. Shockaroony there. Halifax Town with a 1-1 draw against Aldershot. Notts County, a big winners, 3-0 for them over Altrincham. Solihull Moors kept up their heat in the playoff run. Of course, 3-1 over Dagenham and Redbridge. Torquay United did beat Chesterfield 2-0 there. Of course, the wheels seem to have fallen off on that one. Wealdstone, of course, 2-1 win for them over Kingsley. And then, of course, Wrexham did beat, at the time, first place Stockport County 3-0. Big win for them. I actually went with Wrexham on that one. Of course, Yeovil did, at the end, draw with Boreham, 2-2 in the end. Of course, this is what the table looks like right here right now. Wrexham lead the charge. 2 points better, 2 goals better off in the goal difference stakes. But Stockport has a game in hand. So a win for them could put them back in command. I think they're taking on Halifax Town next? I don't know. We'll show you. A bit of a tasty doubleheader for them to end the season, of course. But at worst, they'll be in the playoffs, I imagine. Solihull Moors, they cannot catch them. They cannot catch them. So it's between Wrexham and Stockport for the only automatic spot. And then, of course, the rest is up for playoffs. And then it'll be second and third, waiting out of course, for the winners for the between 4th and 7th. But anyway, of course, Dover down. Of course, Weymouth are probably down. They're down. Is there another team going down? If so, then it is Kings Lynn. So those three are the bottom. Decide amongst yourselves. This is, of course, the leaderboard for our own little mini league. Of course, just these guys, these regular, of course, predictors coming at you. And JSP's FC and Deep at the Great with 5 on the board for themselves this week. What about, of course, the mini leaderboard from January onwards? Now, of course, Deep at the Great has been running away with 129 points since January. But, of course, is he leading? We'll have to wait and see, of course, until the results are done and dusted. We'll probably keep on predicting into the playoffs, depending on how things go on my end, because I'm a very, very busy boy this week, and I'm trying to get all these videos done nice and early. That's right. So here we go then. And again, this is the link if you want to get involved, get your name in lights as we to kick on forward to the final games of the season. And here they are. That's right. Of course, kicking it all off with Grimsby Town. That's right. Up against Boreham Wood. Of course, they've been trying to play this game for a whole season. Of course, but finally they'll take place on the 10th of May. Of course, over at Grimsby. Now these two sides have played each other 3 times since 2015. 1 for Grimsby, nothing for Boreham Wood, and 2 draws. Grimsby coming to this just 1 defeat by 6 of them, 67% form up against the Boreham Wood side, who've won 2, lost 2, and drawn 2 over the last 6. That's 50% form for them as well. Last time around in Grimsby was a 0-0 draw back in February 2016. The reverse fixture, of course, a 0-0 draw this campaign back in Boreham Wood back in March, way back when. So Grimsby unbeaten against Boreham Wood over the last 3 occasions. Boreham Wood coming to this again, that 2-2 draw against Yeovil, and of course Maidenhead did beat, surprise, did beat Grimsby last time around, 3-1 win in the end on the road for this one. So Grimsby sit in the playoffs at the moment, and of course a win for them would probably secure their spot in the playoffs. Of course, they are backed by the bookies. They are favoured to win this game. So what about you guys on this one? I'm going to go with a cheeky 2-1 win for myself for Grimsby on this one. So they are, of course, expected in my eyes to win this game. Next goes for Bromley. Where are you on this one? I've got to try and find this badger. Bromley up against Altrincham. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Now, this was originally planned for match day number 38. So let's get into this one then, shall we? Bromley up against Altrincham. Where are you? There you are. Of course, now these two sides, according to my house, played each other 5 times 2015. 3 for Bromley, 1 for Altrincham, and 1 draw. Bromley, though, coming to just 1 win in the last 6 for them, 42% up against Altrincham side, 1-2 lost 2 and drawn 2 over the last 6. That's 50% form for them. Of course, last time around over in Bromley, it was a 3-1 win for Bromley back in February 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, a 1-0 win for Bromley back in December this campaign. Bromley unbeaten against Altrincham over the last 4 occasions, picking up 3 wins on the spin and just conceding 1 goal over the last 4 against them. Meanwhile, Bromley coming to us on the back of that 2-2 draw against Dover, and of course Altrincham did lose to Notts County last time around. Both sides are in the mid-table there. Of course, they've got nothing really to fight for, but of course the bookies will back Bromley on this one if you fancy a little flutter on that one. So Bromley are favoured to win this one. I've gone with a draw myself, 1-1 right down the middle, points split that way. Kicking off forward though, it is the game of the week, of course. Well, one of the games of the week. Also originally scheduled for match number 38, taking place of course on Tuesday. We'll get to it. It is Stockport County up against Torquay. That's right, coming at you. I believe I've got it down listed the 11th of May. That's right. So that's actually on Wednesday. You're correct. Played the 14 times 2004, 3 wins to Stockport, 8 wins to Torquay, and 3 draws. Of course, Stockport though hitting the rough skids at the wrong time. 2 wins the last 6 games, 33% form for them. Up against Torquay side, just 1 defeat past 6, 58% form for them heading into this match. Last time around in Stockport, it was a 2-2 draw. That was back in May 2021. Of course, the reverse fixture, of course, a 2-1 win for Torquay back in December, way back when. Torquay coming to us on the back of that 2-0 win over Chesterfield, back-to-back clean sheets for them. Up against the Stockport County side, of course, who did lose to Wrexham, but they did pick up a win against Chesterfield not too long ago. Of course, they come in second. They are still favoured to beat Torquay on this one by the bookies. But what about you? I'm going to go with a cheeky 2-1 win for Stockport County on this one. What am I doing here? Stockport County. Okay, yes, but what about me? I'm actually going to go with a win for Stockport County over Torquay here. 2-1 win for them to, again, put them to the pops heading into the final game. But it's not as easy as that, guys. It's not as easy as that. If it was that easy, then guess what? We would know who would be on their way to, of course, the Football League. So anyway, kicking off forward, we have got into the final day of the season. It will be Aldershot up against Wealdstone. Let's take a look at this one then, shall we? Coming at you on the 15th of May. Now, these two sides have played 4 times 2018, 2 for Aldershot, 0 for Wealdstone, 2 draws as well. Aldershot, though, unbeaten the last 4, 42% form for them, just 1 win in 6, though. However, Wealdstone coming to this, winning 3 of the last 6, 58% form, as of course we head to the final game of the season. Last round in Aldershot was a 2-0 win for Aldershot. The reverse fixture, of course, a 2-2 draw back in Wealdstone. That was back in September 2021. Aldershot pick up a draw against Halifax Town last round. Of course, Wealdstone with a 2-1 win over Kings Lynn. The bookies do fancy, actually, an Aldershot victory on this one, and I'm also going to join them as well with a 1-0 win for Aldershot to take it to the house. Next up, of course, what do we have? We have, of course, this is going to be annoying. We've got Altrincham up against Yeovil. Let's take a look at this one then, shall we? Coming at you at Altrincham, scheduled as well on the 15th of May. Played each other 3 times 2021, 1 win apiece and a draw as well. Meanwhile, Altrincham, of course, they are playing earlier in the week up against Bromley, but of course heading into, of course, this week they are 50% form for them, winning 2, losing 2 and drawing 2 over the last 6. Meanwhile, Yeovil coming to us, just 1 win and 6 for them, 42% form over the last 6 games. Last round in Altrincham was a 4-3 win for Altrincham back in May 2021. Let's hope for something like that. 7-goal Bobby Dazzler. Meanwhile, of course, the reverse fixture in Yeovil was a 1-1 draw way back when. Of course, Altrincham with a 3-0 loss against Notts County, but of course they will draw with Bromley this week. Yeovil with a 2-2 draw against Boreham. That's actually back-to-back draws for them heading into this match. I do have odds on this one, and the odds go in favour of Altrincham here, which of course could be a good week for them. Maybe an unbeaten week, as of course they take on Bromley as well. Going to go with a win for going to go with Yeovil here, 2-1 win for them to take it to the house. Kicking off forward is Boreham against Solihull Moors. That's right. This will be a zinger chicken dinner as we of course enter the final game taking place over at Boreham Wood. Of course, again on the 15th of May. Now these two sides have played 11 times 2016, 3 for Boreham Wood, 2 for Solihull Moors, and 6 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat in the past 5 for Boreham Wood. 50% form though. Of course, 1-2 lost to and drawn 2. Against the Solihull Moors side who have just won 4 in the bounce. Of course, 75% form heading into this match. Last round over in Boreham Wood, it was a 2-2 draw. That was back in February 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, a 3-1 win for Solihull Moors back in September September 2021. Solihull Moors unbeaten against Bournemouth over the last 3, picking up 2 wins and a draw to boot. And of course, Solihull Moors do come into this on the back of 4 wins on the bounce, beating the likes of Aldershot, Weymouth, Bromley and Dagenham, and scoring quite a few goals along the way. I count 12 goals the last 4, averaging 3 goals a game. Up against the Bournemouth side, back-to-back games now without a win, but both of those were draws. The odds on this one go favour of Solihull Moors, who are 3rd in the table, remember. They cannot catch 1st or 2nd place, but of course they have booked their spot, I believe, in the playoffs anyway. 2-2 in the end. Bournemouth, of course, had a good, strong start to the campaign, but of course fading as, of course, the season has come to an end as well. So big point for Solihull Moors in the end. Kicking off for though, Dagenham and Redbridge up against Wrexham. That's why, of course, Wrexham could come into back in 2nd spot, 3 points adrift they could be. So it'll be a must-win game for them up against Dagenham's side. Of course, played 13 times, 2007, 5 wins to Dagenham, 4 for Wrexham and 4 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat in the past 6 though for Dagenham, 67% form for them. Up against the Wrexham side, just 1 defeat past 6 for them, also 75% form heading into this match. Last round in Dagenham, it was a 1-1 draw back in May 2021. Of course, the reverse fixture in Wales was a 1 win for Wrexham back in September earlier this season. Of course, Wrexham unbeaten against Dagenham over the last 4. In fact, they just lost once of the last 6, which was a 2-1 loss against Dagenham in Dagenham back in October 2019. Wrexham picking up a 3-0 win over Stockport, big win that was, against the Dagenham side, who did lose to Solihull Moors last time around. The odds go in favour, it's quite tight, of course, go in favour of Wrexham to win this game. However, it is very, very tight. I'm actually going to go with 2-1 win as well for Wrexham, but is it going to be enough, of course, to top the table ahead of Stockport County? We'll take a look at it shortly. Kicking off forward, it's Dover Athletic up against Weymouth. That's right, coming at you as well. Now, these two sides, according to my eyes, again, locking horns on this coming weekend over in Dover. Played each other 4 times 2009, 3 for Dover, nothing for Weymouth, and 1 draw. Dover, though, coming into this, haven't won the last 6 games because the Weymouth side haven't won in the last 15 games. Of course, that's 8% form for Dover up against 17% form for Weymouth. Last time around, though, in Dover, it was a 2-0 win for Dover. That was back in the National League South, back in April 2010. The reverse fixture, of course, a 1-1 draw in Weymouth back in September 2021. Of course, Dover pick up a 2-2 draw against Bromley, Weymouth with a 2-1 loss against Barnet. Of course, both sides are in perilous trouble here, and of course, looking for a result. The bookies go in favour of Weymouth here on the road. I'm actually going to go with a draw myself, 0-0 in the end. And I think Dover will be content with a point on this one. Kicking off forward, we have Eastleigh up against a Grimsby Town, of course, trying to make sure they're going to be in the mixer for the playoffs. Where are you? There you are, over at Eastleigh. Now, of course, now these two sides played 7 times 2015, nothing for Eastleigh, 6 for Grimsby, and 1 draw. Just 1 win and 6 for Eastleigh right now, 33% form because Grimsby side, just 1 loss of the last 6, 67% form for them heading into this match. Last round in Eastleigh, it was a 1 win for Grimsby. That's back in November 2015. Reverse fixture, of course, a 2-0 win for Grimsby back in September 2021. Grimsby, of course, unbeaten over the last 6 games against Eastleigh and haven't conceded a goal in the last 4. Meanwhile, Grimsby pick up a 3-1 loss against Maidenhead. Of course, Eastleigh with a 2-1 win over Woking, of course. And Grimsby do sit in the moment in the playoffs in 6th spot, and of course are favoured to win this game over Eastleigh on this one. They have also got a big week up against Boreham, which I do anticipate them to win that one as well. I think they'll end the campaign strongly with a back-to-back wins there. 6 points on the horizon, as of course they look forward to the playoffs. Indeed, kicking off forward, it's Barnet up against Bromley in the Battle of the Bees. That's right, coming at you as well on the 15th of May. Played the 7 times 2018, 2 for Barnet, 3 for Bromley, and 2 draws. Of course, Barnet though unbeaten the last 4. Of course, win 2, lost 2, and draw 2 over the last 6. Against the Bromley side, just 1 win and 6 for them, 42% form heading into this match. Last round over in Barnet, it was a 3-1 win for Bromley back in November 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, a 2-1 win for Bromley back in September 2021. Barnet pick up a 2-1 win over Weymouth. Bromley with a 2-2 draw over Dover, and of course Barnet are expected to lose this game. Bromley expected to win, but it is tight. Of course, both of the teams have ended the season already. Draw in the end for me, 1-1 in the end. Barnet will be happy with a point to continue with their unbeaten run into, of course, the post-season. Kicking off forward though, what do we have? We have, of course, Chesterfield up against Woking. That's right, as well. Coming at you at Chesterfield. These two sides have played each other 4 times, 2019, 2 wins apiece, of course, and no draws. Of course, Chesterfield though, just 1 win and 5 for them, 33% form up against a Woking side who've won 2 of the last 6, 33% form for them as well. Last round in Chesterfield was a 4-0 win for Chesterfield back in October 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, a 3-1 for Woking back in September 2021. Torquay did beat Chesterfield last time round, and it's actually been back-to-back games now without a goal for Chesterfield. Meanwhile, Woking coming to us on the back of a 2-1 loss against Eastleigh. Chesterfield are favoured to win this one. They are in the playoffs, but only just. That's Paul Cook's boys. And of course, Woking underdogs by a long shot. Going to go with a 2-1 for Chesterfield to end their season strongly. And a win should keep them in the playoffs heading into the final a couple of games as well. Kicking off for is Maidenhead up against Notts County, of course. That will take place at Maidenhead this coming Saturday as well. 6 times they played since 2011. 2 was Maidenhead, 3 for Notts County, and 1 draw. Maidenhead unbeaten the last 7 games, pick up 3 wins and 3 draws over the last 6 up against Notts County. So just 1 defeat in about 6 games. 83% form for them as well. Last round in Maidenhead was a 4-0 win for Notts County. And actually back-to-back wins for Notts County, back-to-back clean sheets over Maidenhead as well. Maidenhead do good on the back of that 3-1 win over Grimsby. Notts County though with a 3-0 win over Altrincham, was also back-to-back clean sheets in the recent run of games for them as well. Of course, Notts County currently find themselves in 5th and of course in prime position to also challenge for a very one of those. It's going to be a tight old race in that playoffs and some real contenders as well. They are expected to win this game, and I also going to back them with a 3-0 win to end their actual league season with a big away day win for them. Of course, kicking off forward to the final 2 now. We have Southend United, of course, up against Torquay. Of course, it's too little, too late for Torquay, but of course, and also for Southend as well. Played 13 times, 2002, 5 wins for Southend, 5 wins for Torquay, 3 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat though in the past 5 for Southend, 58% form. Up against Torquay side, of course, just 1 defeat past 6, 58% form for them as well. Last round in Southend, it was a 1-0 win for Southend. That was back in March 2014. Of course, the reverse fixture in Torquay was a 1-0 win for Torquay as well. The away side has only won once for the last 6. Of course, that's when Southend beat Torquay back in November 2012. Torquay picked up a 2-0 win over Chesterfield, back-to-back clean sheets for them up against the Southend side, who picked up a draw against Weymouth. The odds on this one we got is Southend only just though, quite tight. Going to go with a win for Southend, 2-1 in the end. Oh my gosh, to take the 3 points as well. And then wrap it up. We do have, of course, the final game. It is the leaders up against, well, the second place team at the moment, Stockport County up against Halifax Town. This is a zinger chicken dinner, of course. They could actually meet again if it goes wrong. Stockport County up against Halifax Town. Played the 9 times 2015, 4 for Stockport, 1 for Halifax, 4 draws, of course. Just 1 win and 4 for Stockport, 33% form over the last 6 up against Halifax Downside, who've just lost 1 to the last 6 as well, 67% form heading into this match. Last round though in Stockport, as they end the season on back-to-back home games, they picked up a 2-1 win over Halifax back in October 2020. The reverse fixture cost a 3-0 win for Halifax back in September 2021. Stockport did lose to Wrexham, of course, but they'll bounce back with a win against Torquay. Of course, Halifax Town picked up a draw against Aldershot. Of course, the odds for this one go in favour of Stockport. They are favoured to win this one. They are second, of course, and of course, if they get 4 points, of course, that'll be enough for them to go up automatically. I think they're going to win. Going to get a draw here. Going to get a draw in the end, which I think, if my mathematics is correct, will seal the deal for Stockport County over the likes of Wrexham and the chasing pack. Wow, indeed. What do you think about that? Be sure to make sure you get your own predictions as we enter the final game of the season for the Vanarama National. We'll be back, of course, for the playoffs, I believe, if all bodes well. But make sure you smash your subscribe, smash the thumbs up, smash the little bell. Of course, we'll be back for, of course, more action when we get time for it. But until then, boys, hopefully you enjoyed it so far, the Vanarama National League. Of course, we'll see if we're back next season. If you want it back, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. But until then, boys, we're done right now.